And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Well, one issue facing the Bucks in Milwaukee, the aging Bradley Center, built back in 1988. Both ownership and the league have said the team needs a new arena.
Yeah, agreed. They've looked for public financing. Unfortunately, after years of losing and lacking really any star power, the fan support has trailed off.
And Oladipo kicks to Harkless. And here's Oladipo looking for his first basket still in this one. 4 on the clock. Here's Payton. Drills the elbow jumper.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
A great one for Payton. And here's a rundown of the rookies already having a huge impact in their first season. These are the NBA's rookie scoring leaders. Jabari Parker on top.
You know, there's always some firepower in every freshman class, and even among those top guns, he's the best of the best. Certainly, he'll be an offensive force for years to come.
And I was really excited for him to get his chance to play, Steve, and he has not disappointed anybody this season. He is a true...
They get... The rebound.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
Over these last 10 games on the Magic schedule, this is how they stack up right here. First in opponent offense, second in fewest turnovers per game. And as far as interior defense goes, not going too well for them. Bottom third of the NBA in blocks.
Now those are impressive numbers, but the big one to me is opponents' points per game first, as you mentioned. And that's just a case of a team playing extremely hard on a night-to-night basis. And it's also a well-coached, disciplined approach, because you can't play good defense unless all 5 guys are on the same page at one time. And very quickly here in the first quarter, pronounced advantage for them on the glass.
Yeah, that's a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
1:16 left here in the opening quarter. Snatched up.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Dudley dishes to Carter Williams. Plumlee in the post, guarded by Fry. The Magic trail by 4. Here's Fournier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. That's good. 46 seconds left to play in the first. Carter Williams with it. Pass to Dudley. Back to Carter Williams. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Here's the great one. Rebound by Parker. Bucks leading by 4. Now here's Carter Williams, averaging 9 points per contest. Mayo, the pass to Parker. Outside for Carter Williams. From deep. Can't get it to go. It'll count. No good. And the first quarter is in. Substitution here for Milwaukee. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Pachulia. Parker comes in for Jared Dudley. Chris Middleton's checked in for O.J. Mayo. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Jared Bayless. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Channing Fry's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Gordon comes in for Harkless. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And the great one subbed in for Peyton. Parker out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Carter Williams. Then it's Plumlee. And it's Middleton in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Back to Carter Williams.
Michael Carter Williams with that rare height at the point guard. spot. He's 6'6", long arms, and one thing you love about taller point guards is the ability to really survey the court, pass over the top of the defense.
2 shots. And for Carter Williams, great quickness at his height, and Clark able to defend smaller players and get by them to penetrate on the other side of the floor.
And he needs that, Kevin, because his jump shot is still very much a work in progress. It's not broke, but it's wobbling a little bit. He's got to tighten that thing up going forward.
Gordon, the pass to the great one. 1:58 left to play in the first half. And that one's good.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Yes, Kevin, as you know, Jabari Parker taken 2nd overall by the Milwaukee Bucks. He likes the talent on the team and sees himself being a lifelong Buck. Parker said, "I feel like I'm going to be able to grow with that organization. I'm trying to be a throwback player, only stick with one team." Sounds like he could be in Milwaukee for the long haul, guys.
Yeah, good situation for him. Thanks, Doris. And it's good. Bucks leading by 11. Carter Williams kicks to Parker. The feed to Antetokounmpo. Here's Plumlee. It's hauled in by Gordon. For Orlando, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. No good from the great one.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
Plumlee sets the pick for Carter Williams. On Antetokounmpo kicks to Carter Williams, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Carter Williams has got 4 this quarter. Here's the great one. No good from outside.
He's got to contribute. He's got to produce if his team's going to get back in it in this quarter.
Carter Williams kicks to Parker, and stolen by Fry. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break.
Oh, man, what a play. You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Agreed.
Guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen.
The great one drains the three-pointer. The great one's got 5. 23 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now here's Carter Williams, guarded closely, and the foul called on the great one. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go. Line to shoot 2. The Bucks have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. He doesn't get the second one.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And, you know, this lead is going to grow if they can continue to get to the free throw line.
No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
He hits both from the stripe.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Here's Middleton. From half court. And so that's the end of the first half. Bucks ahead, leading by 8.
Hey guys, settle down for a second. I noticed the I do not want to see a repeat of those first 2 quarters. Let's play like the team we are, not the team we were in the first half. I don't know who that was.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Dudley's checked in. Orlando also making some changes. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Gordon. And Fournier subbed in for Oladipo.
Well, you know, Chris Middleton, an isolation scorer back at Texas A&M during his college days, now is becoming more of an off-the-ball scorer. Got a solid mid-range game and getting it done inside and out.
So on the floor for Orlando, we've got Kyle O'Quinn. Peyton is out there with Evan Fournier. Then there's Mo Harkless, and it's Vucevic in at the 5. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Making a change here as well. The great one's checked in for Peyton. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Orlando's coach as he addressed his team. He focused on their offense and said to his guys, make the extra pass. Don't try to play hero ball and do it by yourself. That ends up leading to bad shots. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks again, Doris. And Middleton, not an elite athlete, a little tougher creating his own shot perhaps at the NBA level.
Yeah, but it's 6'8" with that nice high release, great touch. I think he has some versatility in that regard, but it's all about efficiency. And with time, he may look to be more aggressive.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Here's the great one. Kept alive. The pass to Harkless. Here's Fournier, right now averaging 7 points a game. Now Harkless. Pass to the great one. Clock at 6. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Bucks leading by 11. A minute 20 left in the third quarter of the game. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
And let's take a quick look now at the numbers for O.J. Mayo. He's right around 13 points a night, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he can play some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
Yeah, he doesn't need a lot of time to make an impact with his shooting ability.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Pachulia, he's checked in for Dudley. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Jared Bayless. Then for the Magic, Fry comes in for Nikola Vucevic. And Ben Gordon is subbed in for Harkless. Here's Antetokounmpo, and a great assist by Carter-Williams as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 6. Here's the great one. He's got 9.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
There's the pick. And stolen by Gordon. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's the great one. It's rebounded by Carter-Williams.
Well, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Here's the great one, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. First trip to the line for him here. And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from the great one. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, with this assist, he shows you just what a well-rounded guard he really is. Kind of a combo guard, even though he's...
Different look for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo comes in for Zaza Pachulia. And Jared Bayless subbed in for O.J. Mayo. Vucevic checked in for the Magic. Reese Harkless comes in for Channing Frye. Chris Middleton is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Parker. Then it's Michael Carter-Williams. And it's Bayless in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Pachulia, who's checked in for Michael Carter-Williams. The great one's checked in for Orlando. Here are the Magic now. They trail by 16. Shoots. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Very poor shot selection there, guys.
Bayless dishes to Pachulia. Kicks to Bayless. Pass to Antetokounmpo. He feeds it to Middleton. 5 to shoot. Launches a 3. Bayless's shot is off.
You know, he's capable of making that shot, but I'd really like to see him take it to the hoop there.
1:30 left in the fourth. Here's the great one. Another miss by Orlando.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bagels in the second.
Well, this is going to end in a lopsided victory, obviously. I love the tenacity.
Need more than that, son.
Doing what I can, Coach.
5 must have been happening. Milwaukee's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Now here's Carter-Williams. He's covered closely, and the foul called on the great one. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. That free throw missing, and the Bucks making a change here. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Lets it go. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. So no problem.
small forward. At 6 foot 6 inches, number 99, Jay Crowder.
Everyone in their seats here in Boston to watch the Celtics on the home court. Looking at Boston, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Memphis Grizzlies.
And guys, had their free throw shooting been anywhere near...
Turner's checked in for Jay Crowder. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter.
A theme that has unfortunately come up for this Orlando franchise is their inability to keep a franchise talent for long. Of course, you think both about Shaq and Dwight Howard and their exits.
So on the floor for Orlando, Oladipo and Harkless at the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Vucevic, the big men inside. And it's Payton in at the 1 spot. The Greatlands checked in for Orlando.
Some of the numbers here for Evan Turner. How this season has been coming along for him. He's around 10 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Looking at those numbers, you'd probably say, yeah, that's about what we'd expect out of him.
Which isn't really what any player wants to hear. I mean, you don't want to meet expectations. You want to underpromise and overdeliver. You want to exceed expectations, and maybe we'll start to see him do that shortly.
And about Orlando and their stars, is a better caught to have had stars and lost them, or to never have had stars at all?
Well, it's a different kind of heartache, that's for sure. I think you'd rather have them and lose them than not to have them at all. But Orlando has seen a lot of success for how long they've been a franchise. They'd like to be able, though, looking ahead, to keep that next star wearing a Magic uniform right now.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Some changes for Boston. Eldon Brand's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Bass comes in for Zellinger. And Smart subbed in for Avery Bradley. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Vucevic. Fry comes in for Gordon. Evan Fournier's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And Ben Gordon is subbed in for Oladipo. It's tipped. And it's Gordon penetrating. And he gets it to go. Gordon's got his first points in this one.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
Thomas inside. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Off target from three-point range. The Magic trail by 4. Let's send it out to DB, who caught up with head coach Brad Stevens. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, his team has had some success, and he told me that a lot of it is how well they were able to move the ball against them. He said, looking at the one game we dropped, really, we just got lazy on offense. I told the guys to always be cutting and moving the ball around, and we'll be in good shape. Let's see if that holds true.
Thank you, Doris. And their ability to generate good, high-percentage shots are key here, guys.
And what that means for them is they need good ball movement. Chris. Passing and good spacing. They've got to execute offensively.
Well, those are all the ingredients in creating high-quality shots, Steve, and that's exactly what they need to try to do.
Great open look there. And that's now 6 points for Marcus Smart.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Gordon with it, averaging 6 points per contest. Here's the great one, 6 to shoot, and not sure what he was thinking there.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Here's Smart. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Smart's got 8 points.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
The offensive rebound. O'Quinn makes it off the glass.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like he got there.
The three from Thomas. Got it off in time, but it's no good. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Celtics lead by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean,
for Boston, Tyler Zeller's checked in for Sullinger. Bass comes in for Urebko. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Smart. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Channing Frye's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Gordon comes in for Maurice Harkless. Evan Fournier's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And the great one subbed in for Peyton. So on the floor for Orlando, the great one in at point guard. Ryan Vucevic are the power forward and center. Gordon out there with Evan Fournier.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebound. Has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Outside Thomas. And the layup is good. Thomas got 4 this quarter.
Right now, they've got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s.
Yeah, they're really starting to put it together offensively, looking to build on this lead.
Well, there's got to be something about Washington producing these fouls. Five-nine guard. I mean, whether you're talking Nate Robinson or Isaiah Thomas, they both can fill it up in a hurry. And, you know, they both play the game with the confidence and swagger of a power forward.
And the foul called on the great one. That is his first foul of the game. Elton Brand's checked in for Boston. Turner comes in for Avery Bradley. And a change for the Magic. Gordon's... Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Here's the great one. He's guarded by Thomas. No good from the great one.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Uncovered. That one rolling around and rims out.
And that's a shot he had to take.
For sure, it was a good decision, just poor execution.
Outside Thomas. 35 seconds left to play in the first half. And the basket good. Thomas got 6.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
Gordon kicks to Fry. Here's the great one. That 3 off the mark.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Yeah, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and it's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
No one near Turner as he lets it go. Gets it off. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor. And we finished one half of basketball. Celtics out.
Hey, guys, settle down for a second. I noticed a couple of things from that first.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
Orlando needs to do a better job.
Some changes for Boston. Urebko's checked in for Jay Crowder. Turner comes in for Bradley. And Smart subbed in for Thomas. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Orlando. Sullinger and Zeller together down low. Turner is out there with Smart. And it's Urebko in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. 5 on the clock. Here's Turner. And he gets it to go. Turner's got his first basket of the night.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
The Great Ones checked in for Peyton.
And now a look at Victor Oladipo here. A breakdown since the All-Star break. He's around 10 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers might not reflect it, but the effort's really been there for him. He's going to get rewarded soon enough if he keeps getting after it like he has been.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Steve. He's been unlucky not to have filled up the stat sheet more because his play has really been solid.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kevin, Jared Sullinger has developed some very thick skin during his time in the league. Sullinger said, because I had Satch Sullinger as a coach. So I learned early that it's not how loud he's saying it, it's what he's saying. I was blessed to have an angry coach. It's very hard to get into Jared's head, guys.
It is indeed. Thank you, Doris. Here's what Boston's going with right now. Brand comes in for Zeller. And Brandon Bass subbed in for Jared Sullinger. Channing Fries checked in for the Magic. Evan Fournier comes in for Maurice Harkless. Tries it from 19. Here's O'Quinn. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. O'Quinn's got 8 points. The Orlando Magic come into this one following a loss to Milwaukee.
Yeah, and given how they performed offensively that day, guys, they really had no chance.
Yeah, and the frustration just mounted. You could see it as they continued to come up empty. And by the end, they were really just happy to get out of there and have the game be over.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Here's Oladipo. 11 points in the game.
Victor Oladipo plays for the same college coach as Dwayne Wade. And, you know, their games actually draw some comparisons. Both are 6'4", strong, huge wingspans, and explosive athletes with that ball handling ability. I think Oladipo has a great future.
Check out the night for Oladipo. He has 12 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
Well, that's important. When you get to the foul line, any team, when you can outscore your opponent from the foul line, It's critical, and he's trying to do his part right there.
And Turner kicks to Smart. Back to Turner. Shot clock at 6. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's called on Channing Frye. And Oladipo, an all-around player. He can rebound, pass, and he can defend, even block shots.
Yeah, and again, you see the parallels with Dwayne Wade, although not as tall, not quite as long as Wade. His charisma and passion, though, remind you a bit of Dwayne Wade in terms of his game. And I like his name, too. Oladipo. That's a nice basketball, man. You can do a lot with that when he gets going.
A little rhythm, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Here comes Oladipo.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Here's the great one. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
Outside Turner. Shot is off, and Orlando will come the other way. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
Well, they probably should have abandoned the three-point shot in that game because their percentage was terrible. You know, but they kept firing away from long range.
Wow.
Athletic play. Incredible. You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
On the wing, Gordon. Left side, Gordon. Takes the 13-footer, and the jumper falls. Gordon's got his third basket of the night right there. Here's Turner. Can't get it to go. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Well, this is what you talk about when you have the offensive play coming together based on tremendous passing. It's the rhythm and flow that occurs that makes this.
It's go time.
Eldon Brands checked in for Jared Sullinger, and Brandon Bass subbed in for Brantley. Then for the Magic, Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Vucevic, and it's Victor Oladipo in for Gordon. So on the floor for Orlando, Oladipo and Harkless at the 2 and the 3. Kyle O'Quinn out there with Gordon, and it's Payton in at the point guard position. The shot by Harkless, no good.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Boston. And the Magic making a change here as well. The great one's checked in for Payton. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hi, guys. Over that break. I was able to catch the message Brad Stevens was giving to his team. The focus of their discussion was getting their offense to run through Bradley. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve.
That's the second personal foul.
Wise decision.
Thanks again, Doris. Here's what Boston's going with right now. Eldon Brands checked in for Tyler Zeller. Urebko comes in for Jay Crowder. And Smart subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. Orlando also making some changes. Channing Frye's checked in for Gordon. Evan Fournier comes in for Harkless. And Ben Gordon is subbed in for Victor Oladipo. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending, deflected away.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
I think they deserve a ton of credit for the way they played here today. Truly a professional display.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Celtics.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
Well, not only are they on their way to winning this game, but Also give them a win in the season series.
Huge motivation for him today. Beating a conference opponent 3 out of 4 times, that's no easy feat.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for Jared Sullinger. He was really everywhere. Defensively, offensively, the total effort we saw from him, I think, was the difference.
No good from the great one.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Bradley passes to Smart.
Defensive foul. That's his 3rd personal foul.
Well, analytics are here to stay, and Marcus Smart is one of the higher-rated prospects when you look at the analytics. He's got a high rate of steals and rebounds, which is always something that typically translates well to the pro game. Both of those things reflect his competitive spirit, and it's obvious this young man goes at it full throttle when he's on the court.
And Smart with great size and athleticism for the point guard position. 6'3", 6'9" wingspan. He looks big and plays even bigger.
I think he's an old-school combo guard. I mean, he's got point guard skills and leadership ability. He can penetrate, he can finish. But I think he's just a guard that you'll win with, because he does not only the things you highlight and measure, but he also does the intangibles too.
Fournier passes to the great one. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Well, he had that height separation there on the mid-range jump shot. Really good job of taking advantage of that.
There's the steal. To the inside. The shot's good from O'Quinn.
Sharp pass to give his teammate the high percentage shot in close.
Here's Pressey. And the foul called on the great one. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, he'll head to the line for 2.
3rd team foul.
And the first one drops. The Celtics making a switch here. Pressey hits them both. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. How much to be critical of with this win, Clark?
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to
We're in the place they call the Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida. It's the home of the Magic, where we are broadcasting our action live today. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Happy to have you along for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Take a look at the Cavaliers, a superb ball club playing a great brand of basketball. #1 record right now in the NBA.
Well, right now for the Cavaliers, they've been the story of the regular season in my mind, smashing expectations and really taking the league by storm.
Yeah, they've been impressive, no doubt about it. Among the league's best as we approach the postseason.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert, and it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here is Irving. Shoots from 12. Rebounded by Vucevic. On defense, Cleveland. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
It was an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it was on the road. No question, by the way, that it was their offense that carried them.
Steve, I love
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in.
Kyrie Irving, clearly a player who's dreamed of greatness from a very young age. Going back to the 4th grade, he wrote, "I'm going to the NBA," and he wrote it across the back wall of his closet. And while it was hidden behind his clothes, it certainly wasn't far from his head or his heart.
Payton passes to Harkless. Tipped away. Payton kicks to Harkless. Back to Payton. 6 to shoot. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
The Great Ones checked in for Orlando. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, over that break, I learned what head coach for the Magic was getting across in the huddle. He addressed their offensive game plan and detailed an aggressive up-tempo style. It sounds like their offense is going to come from the transition game. The other thing he discussed with them was that they should be forceful with the ball. He said if they see a gap in the defense, they should go straight to the bucket. We'll be watching how these adjustments work. Kev, there's still a lot of time left in this game.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
Timofey Mozgov, 7'1", a shot blocker and rebounder. Still pretty foul-prone defensively, but he has really become an interior presence.
And Orlando making a change here. O'Quinn's checked in. Here's the Great One. Some solid defense there from Irving.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
The drive by LeBron.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam.
Here's the Great One, and the foul called on the Great One. That is his first foul of the game.
It's been a bit ugly so far. I mean, it looks like they're still half asleep out there. Wake them up.
Yeah, good way to put it. 3 turnovers here already. This is not the kind of start they had in mind.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Channing Frye's checked in for Vucevic. Evan Fournier comes in for Maurice Harkless. And Ben Gordon is subbed in for Oladipo. Then for the Cavaliers, Anderson Varejão's checked in for Mozgov. Marion comes in for LeBron. And Gary Neal subbed in for Shumpert. Here's the Great One. Bounces high off the rim and drops. The Cavaliers have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. The wide open look here for Marion. And it's Sean Marion again missing. The Magic have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. The Great One takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. The Great One's got his second bucket of the game to go. Irving attacking. Here's Verajao, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Here's the Great One, and Orlando again with the bucket. Cleveland's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out, looking cold from outside. And Neal kicks to Merritt. Here's Gordon. Here's Fournier. Pass to the Great One. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Some solid defense there from Irving.
Good glass work there. Rebounds have been a little tough to come by for them in this quarter.
Well, it looks to me like they're still finding their way out there, but it is early.
Marion outside. Here's Neal. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. A nice shot by Irving. 5 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's the Great One. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. Up to this point, a closely contested game. Still going with an almost entirely new group here. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Fry. Reese Harkless comes in for Gordon. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Fournier. And the Great One subbed in for Peyton. And then for Cleveland, Mozgov comes in for Anderson Varejao. And it's Kevin Love in for Anthony Tolliver. Oladipo and Harkless at the 2 and the 3. Vucevic is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. And it's the Great One in at the point. That's who's out there for Orlando. Cleveland leading by 6. LeBron with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And he did some nice work on the boards too, Kevin. That was definitely a factor in that game as well.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
No good from the Great One. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second.
Well, it's funny. Back when LeBron joined the Heat, some critics said he'd given up the chance to be the franchise player and carry his team. But guess what? No matter who LeBron plays with, he's always the franchise player. That's how good he is. We've got a moment now to see how the Magic are doing in the NBA rankings right now. 8th in opponent offense, 19th in blocks, opponent field goal percentage, That's something they really need to work on. They're in the bottom third of the NBA.
And the number that jumps out to me, Clark, is the opponent's points per game. You mentioned they're in the top 10. I think that's evidence of a good plan by the coaching staff. And the players are really following that game plan on a night-to-night basis.
When you think back to LeBron after the 2011 finals, many also questioned whether he had, quote-unquote, what it took to win a title. He's obviously answered those questions.
Ben Gordon's checked in for the Magic. And then for Cleveland, Gary Neal's checked in for Shumpert. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Jameer Nelson. Sean Marion is checked in for LeBron. Here's the great one. He drains the quick shot. The great one's got 10. And some harsh criticism, Clark, for LeBron after the decision, or his comments after the 2011 finals.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? It's really impressive to see how he's handled that. He misspoke and mishandled both of those situations. And to his credit, he's expressed regret about those things, displaying a maturity we've always seen in him. One of the remarkable things about LeBron is that for the magnitude of his celebrity and his stature and the expectations, I don't know if we've had an athlete handle himself any better under the hot, bright lights of stardom.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity they have.
Well, they need to be.
The Cavaliers leading by 8. And it's Marion in the corner. He feeds it to Neal. All sorts of time. Rebound by the Magic. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
And Kevin, when you don't take advantage of your trips to the free throw line, which they definitely did not, it's tough to recover from.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, they left a lot of cheese and lettuce at that foul line, Parker.
Not to mention some ham and turkey, Clark.
Gets the 14-footer to fall. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
That'll do it for the first half. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 8. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with LeBron, and you obviously have been very productive. How pleased are you?
Okay, everybody, pay attention. We definitely got some stuff to go over.
And now the third quarter about to get going. What can you say, LeBron? And Fry's checked in for the Magic. Fournier comes in for Harkless. Anderson Varejau's checked in for the Cavaliers. On the court for Cleveland, the two stars, LeBron and Love. At the 3 and the 4. Amon Shumpert is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Varejao in at the center, filling out the middle. Irving kicks to Shumpert. The tray. Shot is no good. The great ones checked in for Peyton. Oh, you need good passing from your forwards as much as you do from your guards. These are small forwards leading the way in assists. LeBron James second.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing are outstanding. Truly gifted distributors.
Yeah, and one of the passes they really need to prioritize and be able to make is that entry pass, getting that ball inside. Accurately throwing it into the low post is really a bit of a lost art in today's game.
Irving kicks to James. 6 on the shot clock. Cleveland moving the ball around. No good from Irving.
Well, it was only recently that the Cavs fans were worried that they'd lose Kyrie Irving in free agency, much like they'd lost LeBron. Now, not only has LeBron returned, but the Cavs have locked up Irving to a long-term contract.
On the wing, Irving. And another miss by Cleveland.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Lets it go from 11. Takes a big right bounce and goes in. 17 points for the great one.
Up over 50% now from the floor with the way they've shot this half.
Yeah, that's a nice improvement. It's not a surprise to see them out in front with the way they have shot throughout the entire game, as a matter of fact. They've been very efficient offensively.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Well, guys, the Cavs' David Blatt, the first ever NBA head coach directly hired from the international ranks. Though he grew up near Boston, a die-hard Celtics fan, he represents all the aspiring NBA coaches from abroad, saying, quote, "I feel a great sense of responsibility. I feel like I've got to do a good job." Kevin, he's certainly got the personnel to do it.
A roster loaded with talent, Doris. Indeed. Thank you. Verejao grabs the board. Verejao's got his 4th rebound in this one. LeBron, good.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
Orlando leading by 3. Here's the great one. 19 points in the game. It's good from about 19 feet. The great one's got 21. Cleveland's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. James kicks to Shumpert. Love dishes to Shumpert. Irving drives in. Shot clock at 5. And he gets the bucket. Irving's got 12 points in the game.
And he was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
Here's the great one. No good with the triple. Now here's Shumpert. On the wing, Irving. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And the game still closely contested as we end the third.
Coming up this Tuesday, March 17th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs take on Carmelo Anthony and the New York Knicks, live from New York City. You don't want to miss it.
And a moment here to look back at our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, no question, this was going to be the winner.
Orlando making some changes. Gordon comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Oladipo in for Ben Gordon. Then for the Cavaliers, Verejao comes in for Mozgov. And Irving subbed in for Gary Lee. Oladipo and Harkless at the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Vucevic, the big men inside. And it's Payton in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for Orlando. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, "I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed." Guys?
Here's the great one, covered by Irving, and he gets the bucket. Now it's a 4-point Magic lead. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Magic?
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's going to factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break.
Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got it. This is this one.
I like the way.
We've got 1:28 left in the game. Irving kicks to LeBron. And they double up James. Irving misses.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
Goes up on the wing, and the shot falls short this time.
Ill-advised shot selection right there, Clark.
It really was. I mean, very low percentage shot there.
To take the lead. Shot misses. And Orlando will come the other way. Here's the great one. Sinks it.
That is the shot of the game.
Well, he's got the guts and courage to take it and the skill to make it.
The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Irving with a clean look. Buries it from outside.
Kyrie Irving has simply caught fire.
Orlando's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Connects! Big time bucket there, Clark.
Kevin, the crowd is loving it.
Well, they know exactly how big that shot was.
A different look now for Cleveland. Love's checked in for Verija. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Sean Mary. They set the screen. 6-second difference between shot and game clock.
These are incredible rebounding numbers. I'm not sure if we've ever seen anything like this, Clark.
That's for sure, Steve. I mean, a superhuman performance on the backboard. Well done.
Well, Orlando shooting about 47% here in the fourth.
Smart foul there. You've got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he is unable to get the second one. The Cavaliers shooting around 41% on the night. Irving drives in. It's good. This game is all even.
You know, his performance has been so important to this team. He's as dependable as ever, guys.
And stolen by Love. LeBron kicks to Irving from the baseline. And we're going to overtime. A riveting defensive play to keep them alive. Time expires and we're... Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. So the overtime... Here's Oladipo. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but... Well, we thought we might wrap it up in regulation. Then it looked like overtime number 1 might yield a winner. But instead, the overtime periods are piling up. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's James. Now Oladipo. No good.
That rebound and the foul kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
To win the game. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there. And with another overtime period here, we've got more terrific basketball coming your way right now. And so it's a new group on the floor for Orlando. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Verjao's checked in. Orlando's gone 3 of 7 on three-point attempts since the end of the fourth quarter. We're in overtime. If you just joined us, 2.5 minutes through it.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
The Magic shooting the ball at 43% from the field in OT. Here's the Great One. Hits the three-point bomb. The Great One's got 31. Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
You know, definitely that's the case. I mean, there hasn't been much resistance at all.
Outside Irving. And the foul called on the Great One. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And he can't get the first one. And Cleveland making a change here.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. And what an exciting game here with 3 minutes played so far in overtime. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. An impressive victory in overtime after an exciting...
Thank you.
What you mean, man? I just had the biggest scoring game of my brief NBA career. I think it's the perfect time to be smiling.
Hold up. You notice anything about the scoreboard at the end of the night?
Yeah, right next to my number was a really big number. How many points I had.
Only numbers you need to worry about are the ones next to the team name. And in that column, we came up short. No reason to smile or celebrate. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, my bad. I just got excited about how I played tonight, you know?
No worries. You're going to have a bunch of nights like tonight. I just hope you have them in winning efforts. Now, come on.
True.
Giving them the best shot opportunities will give us a better chance at winning games. Now let's take a look at some film, and we can get a little more in depth on how we can get our shooters open for shots. On this one, the shooter uses a really... Moving on, let's take a look at another item on Coach's list. Nothing inside. Coach really doesn't like giving up easy baskets down low. When we run up against teams who are good at scoring inside, he's probably going to ask you guys to take that away from our opponent. And when he does, we'll need to make it a point to not give up easy buckets in the paint. Here's a nice look at proper rotation and a nice collapse inside. That should have you guys fully up to speed on what to do when Coach calls for any of these points of emphasis. Let's head out, and we'll be back at it tomorrow for practice.
No doubt. We good, Coach.
Polish up till you make it clean your ammo. I know what you mean. Tell what the stakes are. Can't roll it back, it's understood. Got to play out God. Other folks come ask about me. Bandwagon and they used to doubt me. Blindside and they hit real hard. You think the one to get a bodyguard. Steady friction in this creeping in just like an itch. So far I got the last laugh, the wrist rise up, so I live fast. We know it is too fast. Got a soul, ain't got no taste. Moving and speed up the pace. I gotta lock go what a waste. All the talk is in the fear. What do I give you? You there on the grind. The king is up. Smashing down, put a muzzle on like what? Me, I'm a creator. Thrill is to make it up. The rules I break got me a blaze up on the radar. Me, I'm a taker. Know what the stakes are. Can't roll it back, it's understood. Got to play our cards. Me, I'm a creator. Thrill is to make it up. The rules I break got me a blaze up on the radar. Me, I'm a taker. Know what the stakes are. Can't roll it back, it's understood. Got to play our cards.
We behaving hard. We behaving hard. Fast one, slow one. We behaving hard. We behaving hard.
There you go.
Fast one, slow one. We behaving
Yo, when I was young, man, my dad had a house. I catch a contact and talk like Eka Mouse. Go to school, act like I'm pulling out. Kinda funny, cause I used to freak my teachers out. Like, dang, dang, diddy, dang, dang. Sin. So much me go teach you about people. Piece of the one black Johnny. Out in the club, everybody on Sinatra. Look around, everybody on Sinatra. I ain't talking. They call. I'm talking about and go ha 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 ha. I mean, just go bonkers, make the young girls wild, and then go make the but smile. They don't need binoculars, make wanna pull out. They got you. Ring, ba bum ba bum. Aerosol can, ba bum ba bum. Monkey outside, ba bum ba bum. All night, ba bum ba bum. Drop it, stick a bum, take a clang clang clang. Hang on to that like a rainy day. Transform to a grown man and transform again like. Skateboard can make more. Still my style, I ain't got no reward like make yourself bigger like mushroom. Mario Kart, all y'all wanna get like me. All y'all wanna spit like P. Miss wanna hit like me. Meanwhile you wanna kiss my child rebel soldier, hit that for the combo. And in a dress on a rhino, boom. Commodore like Lionel, zoom. All of that like a new Ray-Ron. Am I wrong? Riding with my main all night long. 1 second I'm here, next second I'm gone. That's 2 and 60 seconds. What you on? Girls on me like it's super glued on. Like a table you can place food on. Like Szechuan, oh Hunan. I'm hot like the place Mulan. Ring, ba bum ba bum. Aerosol can, ba bum ba bum. Monkey outside, ba bum ba bum. All night, ba bum ba bum. Bum stick a bum, take a clang clang clang. Hang on to that like a renegade tang. Transform to a grown man and transform again like. I'm hot like the place Tucson. BBC ice cream skewed on. No discounts, no coupons, but I got the Rolls Royce for the great poupon. Now you jealous with your face screwed on. Who on? You on? But only get booed on. Attitude get on. With peace, you wrong. Retreat. You don't want to feud on. Your nerves ain't meant for a big dude on. Stumping it until you gone. Hoping that you make it home with your shoes on while I'm touring these, scoring these movies. I know that I make it when I'm chilling Sunglasses, campaign, and jewelry. Ask Albert how he really wanna use me. Come to Garcon, ain't using that loosely. Look at your forehead, sweating profusely. Ba-bum, ba-bum, Aerosol can. Ba-bum, ba-bum, monkey outside. Ba-bum, ba-bum, all night. Ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, stick a clang, clang, clang. Bang on the like a orangutan. Transform to a grown man and transform again like Major Lazer.
Fast one, slow one, we behaving hard. 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 Fast one, slow one, we behaving hard.
Well, I'm sailing.
I hope you're watching game film on that thing.
Huh? Why? Something wrong?
No, everything's fine, but,
Hey, spill it, Windbag. Whenever you can't speak, I know there's something up.
It's nothing. It's just, you know, well, you know those guys who sell phone accessories at those kiosks in the mall? Bejeweled cases, chargers, headphones, like that?
Yeah?
And my uncle owns a string of those. Long Island, Brooklyn, Trenton. I used to work at them in the summer.
Okay, what they got to do with me?
If you don't sign a bigger contract in the off-season, I'm gonna be working at one of those kiosks. I don't want to work at a kiosk.
But I'm doing all right?
Yeah, you're doing fine. I talked to a couple of clubs who might like to sign you. I just think that maybe you could step it up for a bit for the rest of the season. You know, the better you play, the more options you have.
Hey, don't even worry, man. I'm a ball. I got you. Ain't none of us about to work at no kiosk. Kiosk.
Yo, I go by the name.
I'm your pusher
from the Neptunes, and I just want to let y'all know
I'm your pusher.
the world is about to feel something that they never felt before. Come on.
From ghetto to ghetto, the backyard to yard, I sell it whip on whip and soft to hard. I'm the neighborhood pusher. Call me subwoofer, cause I pump bass like that jack. On or off the track, I'm heavy cuz ball to your fathers, you can duck to the Fetty Gov. Sorry my love, but I'm seeing through these eyes. Benz convoys with the wagon on the side. Only big boys keep deuces on the ride. Gucci Chuck Taylor with the dragon on the side. Man, I make a buck, why scram? I'm trying to show y'all who the I am. The Jews is flirting me if I'm hurting. Legend in 2 games like I'm Pee Wee Kirkland. Platinum on the block with consistent hits. While Pharrell keep talking this music. I'm the baker's man. I bake them cakes as fast as I can. And you can tell by how my bread stack up. Then disguise it as rap so the feds back up. Why? Shit, like my whip, like my chick. Doing a $1.6 with me in the cockpit. Grinding, cousin, I got 4 dozen, even 11.5. If I see you, keep it coming in my weight. That's just as heavy as my name. So much dough, I can't swear I won't change. Excuse me if my wealth got me full of myself. Cocky, something that I just can't help. Especially when them 20s is spinning like windmills. And the ice 32 below minus the wind chill. Filthy, the word that best defines me. I'm just grinding, man. Y'all never mind me. But I keep in a line, better stay in line. You see it like me shining, grinding. You know what I keep in a line, better stay in line with. You see it like me shining. My grind's about family, never been about fame. Them days I wasn't able, there was always 4.5, but get you in the game. Anything less is just a shame. Guess the way my watch got blue chips in the face. With 2 tips, whoever gets in the way. Not to mention the hideaway that rests by the lake. Consider my raw demeanor the icing on the cake. I'm like a cripple, balance weight through the hood. Kids call me Mr. Sniffles. Other hand on my, as if I was Slick Rick. My aim is still an issue. Lose your soul in whichever palm I'm holding. One will leave you frozen, the other nodding, dozing. I'm grinding jack.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline report tonight is Doris Burke. For the Atlanta Hawks earlier this season, they were the winning team in the last matchup against Orlando. This game, the fourth meeting, they'd like to turn the lights out on this series and get the sweep.
And what that game came down to, guys, was their ability to use that three-point shot so effectively.
The work they did on the perimeter was absolutely outstanding. Way too much for that defense to be able to handle.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Teague and Korver in the backcourt. And it's Carroll in at the small forward.
Al Horford, 6'10", 250, really a natural power forward who's been asked to play at center for his whole career. He's shown himself willing to battle bigger players inside, but you got to think he'd welcome a chance to switch back to the 4 spot.
Now here's Teague, following the miss by Aaron Gordon. Millsap in the corner. Over to the wing. Korver kicks to Teague. Shot clock at 6. It's blocked.
Let's see what you got, son.
Quinn's checked in. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, let's send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Doris?
Kevin, attacking the glass at the offensive end of the court is a big focus for them today. He said creating second chance opportunities is one of those little things that makes a huge difference for us. We win the war inside, Kevin.
Thanks for that, Doris. Rebounding certainly the key topic now.
Kevin, you know that, and we've seen so many games, big games, won and lost on the backboard. You have to rebound both boards.
The Great Wings built in for the Magic. And now let's check in on the two guards from around the league and see which one of them is playing the stingiest defense over the span of the last 10 games. Second, Victor Oladipo.
You know, when you watch him game in, game out, he's just so good defensively. Puts on a clinic, both in terms of his effort and his technique at the two-guard spot.
Well, to be good defensively, you can't have one of those without the other. If you're going to be the defensive terror that he is, and he is a terror, he's on the very short list of the NBA's best defenders because of that combination of attributes.
Well, had a little mini slump there to start the game. Missed his first 3, and maybe this one will get him into a groove here.
From deep three-point range. No good from the Great One.
That's a bad shot. He's not a good three-point shooter anyway, and that was just too deep.
I'm with you on that, Steve. Which one of us should break it to him?
And the foul called on the Great One. That is his first foul of the game for the Magic. Channing Frye's checked in for Vucevic. Fournier comes in for Gordon. And Ben Gordon is subbed in for Oladipo. And the Hawks with possession here. Mack, the pass to Cephalosha. Takes the 3. Mack, no luck.
I'll tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
Fournier comes up empty down low.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic. Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer, grew up around the game. His father coached high school and college basketball for 25 years, and Mike got into coaching pretty much immediately after graduating from college. Sounded like a guy who knew what he wanted to do.
1:09 left in the first quarter. Mag dishes to Scott. And Bazemore kicks to Cephalosha. Atlanta again missing. And Coach Budenholzer, two-sport athlete at Pomona, golf and basketball, also graduated with a triple major in politics, philosophy, and economics. It sounds just like you at Arizona.
Similar, only different. But, you know, shortly after college, Budenholzer actually took over as the video coordinator for the Spurs, and that's where his career took off. He ended up spending 19 seasons alongside Greg Popovich, winning 4 titles, and now here he is coaching the Atlanta Hawks. I thought he rushed it a little. Guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
Scott the pass to Mack. Bazemore dishes to Mack. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the game.
And as a club, they're kind of in the middle of the pack in the NBA in terms of their free throw shooting.
That's it. And you know this man.
Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Gordon comes in for Fournier. Oladipo, he's checked in for Ben Gordon. And the great one subbed in for Payton. And so in the game for the Hawks, Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. On the wings, Korver and Carroll, and it's Teague in at the point. The shot's good from the great one. And as you watch him play, you wonder what uniform he'll be wearing at the start of next season. Definitely, Clark showed that he belongs in the NBA.
Well, I'm sure there will be a few teams that will give him a look, but I don't think anybody will overextend themselves. But he will have some options.
Paul Millsap, not the biggest or the most athletic, but he just finds ways to get it done.
Yeah, he's so well-rounded. You know, he does the big things and the little things to help you win. He's a good passer. He moves without the ball, keeps your offense going, and then, of course, really developed that three-point shot last year, which made him an effective stretch four.
And that one falls for Millsap.
And Millsap has always had a terrific motor. He combines his elite talent level with tremendous effort and toughness. I think those things are a big key to his personal success, which helps his teams be successful too.
Harris is checked in for Orlando. And that one hits back iron.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
Millsap has the open look. Atlanta again missing.
Well, you talk about Millsap's motor, gets you extra possessions, draws fouls, makes his free throws. A great player, finally getting his due.
Shots good from the great one.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Hey guys, the great one in their last game against the Nuggets really delivered. He had 20 points and did his work from a pair of lines, hitting from both beyond the arc and from the charity stripe. We could see his role in this offense expand if he puts together more games like this one, guys.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
Well, that never seems to be a problem for him, but you're right, Kevin. He has to be feeling at the top of his game right now.
Well, when you play well, it feeds confidence, and when you've prepared to play well and it works out that way, it does add another level of confidence to your next game.
Dishes to Gordon. Harris outside. Here's the great one. Here's Vucevic. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Well, they've come out of that locker room with a hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively, they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
You know, the issue really with Atlanta this year and moving forward isn't that they're a bad team. They've just been kind of stuck in that middle road of mediocrity. They're competitive, play hard. They're hoping to find a way to get to the next level now.
And with Atlanta, as you said, for a while now they've been a playoff caliber team, but making that next step into the elite class of the East has been hard.
Free throw good, Teague. And some of it, Clark, for Atlanta making the jump is personnel. It's never easy to get a franchise player without a high draft pick.
And in that sense, Kevin, they are a bit in danger of becoming a treadmill team, but they have a good base right now, and I think they just need to continue to keep adding talent and have the talent they have continue to develop.
Here's the great one. Drills the three-pointer. The great one's got 13 points.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
T kicks to Corbin. Back to T.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his third.
Jeff Teague, one of the quickest and most elusive point guards in the NBA. He's incredible in transition, and where he's really improved is in the half court. He's figured out how to carve up defenses off the dribble.
And Teague, a top-tier penetrator, a nice teardrop in the lane.
And he's an improved passer, too, Kevin. I like the confidence he's starting to play with now. Getting into the lane, he's elite when it comes to the assist-turnover ratio that point guards are measured by. And he continues to expand his offensive game as well.
Let's take a little closer look at Jeff Teague. Some of his numbers going well for him this season. He's averaging 12, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him. Playing right at the level we expect.
Yeah, we've seen him play better, but those are still numbers that are pretty superb by any measure.
He kicks to Carroll. All sorts of time, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Magic leading by 11. There's 37 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Hawks shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Carroll with the three. Shot is off. And Orlando will come the other way, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And you could see it in that game, despite the odds against them. Once it got to OT, they had the belief that they could get it done.
And, Steve, that's what happens a lot of time when the supposed underdog gets the game into overtime. Momentum swings their way.
Here's Vucevic. Flushes it down to finish the break.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
And so we wrap up the first half.
Well, Nick, you guys had a strong first half.
Okay, guys, solid play so far. I like what I'm seeing. But just a few things to talk about before the second half. Our passing has been very precise. I'll give you guys a lot of credit for that. We've been extremely smart with the ball, basically.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
So far in the game for the...
Magic leading by 12. He feeds it to Gordon. Back to Payton.
Way to stand his ground. He set his feet and took the full force of that charge right in the middle of his chest. That took some curve.
The great one's checked in for Payton. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Scott's checked in. The Hawks trail by 12. Scott with a screen on Gordon. Mack the pass to Bazemore. Mack dishes to Cephalosha. The three. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Fry's got his third rebound tonight.
And the rebounding numbers don't actually tell the whole story. I mean, they're barely ahead in that category, but when they've needed them, they've gotten them. They've really battled hard.
It's their work on the glass, Steve, that's prevented any kind of momentum swing.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. As you know, Jeff Teague is starting to enter the upper ranks among point guards in the NBA, and he credits Coach Budenholzer for a lot of his growth. Teague said he always tells me, be aggressive. That is the only way I want you to play. When your coach is telling you that, there is no way you can't be successful. Kevin?
Well, he seems to be pushing the right buttons, Doris. Thanks. Here's Mack, defended by Gordon. Was shot by Dorsey, no good.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Here's the Great One. Hands it from downtown. The Great One's got 5 points now in the quarter. The Hawks trail by 17. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Here's Mack. Pass to Bazemore. Fires the three. That's good. Bazemore's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
There's the bucket. Good. 20 points for the Great One. Here's Mack. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The dish now to Cephalosha. And Mack kicks to Cephalosha. Not really his range, and it's off target.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start varying some of those.
29 seconds left in the third. For 3, Fournier. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
The Hawks trail by 19. Here's Bazemore, averaging 9 points per contest. Mack, the pass to Dorsey. Feeds to Mack. From the line, Green for 2 points.
You know, with the expectations low for him, he can provide a nice lift when he does put the ball in the basket.
Here's the Great One. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Just when it looked like the third quarter was over, they go and do that. They pin 3 more points on the lead in the cruelest of fashion.
Well, through 3 quarters. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, I was hoping we'd get a chance to see this one again. Thank you, Lonnie, and the truck for showing. But it's passing like this that makes the basketball purists happy. This is the beauty of the game right here.
It's go time.
Gordon comes in for Tobias Harris. Then for the Hawks, Cephalosha comes in for Damari Carroll, and it's Kent Bazemore in for Kyle Korver. On the court for Atlanta, Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Teague out there with Kent Bazemore, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3, the small forward. Tries a 3, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 3 assists now in this one.
He's starting the second half.
Orlando making some changes. Tobias Harris is checked in for Gordon. And the Great One subbed in for Payton. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. A shot's good from the Great One.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Outside Teague. Passes it to Korver. Back to Teague. Hawks passing it around. Horford, good.
Not sure how he got that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to take the shot.
Magic leading by 16. Tries it from the top of the key. The shot's good from the Great One. The Great One's got 26.
Wow, such a steady hand. He's the one responsible for getting them this late lead.
Can't argue with that at all, Steve. His shooting percentage has been off the charts.
Korver kicks to Teague. He dishes it to Korver. Wide open look. And the Hawks getting another basket right there. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's the great one. Teague covering. Out of bounds. Atlanta takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of it.
Checked in for Orlando. Atlanta also making some changes here. Damari Carroll's checked in for Horford. Ken Bazemore comes in for Paul Millsap. And Max subbed in for Kyle Korver.
And these are the types of games where it's obvious one team clearly had the edge. Tonight, it's going to be a great win by a large margin for the Magic.
You know, Clark, their big advantage was points in the paint.
Well, they pounded that ball inside, Kevin, and operated down low. It worked for them consistently.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
Well, with the track record they brought into the game against these guys, coming away with a victory has to be a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, you know what it is. A loss would have given them a horrendous 0-4 mark in the season series, so they did very well to avoid that fate.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for the great one. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That's good.
You know, if this had come earlier, they might have been able to get back into it.
Yeah, but as it is, too little, too late.
Kicks it to O'Quinn. Payton outside. Here's the great one. Uses the glass to finish the layup. The great one's got 30.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
Ben Gordon's checked in for Orlando. Here's Mack. There's the pass to Dorsey. Now the feed to Mack. And the foul called on the great one.
Shooting for Atlanta, Sheldon Mack. Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Tries it from the top of the key. Breaks a big right bounce and goes in.
They got to feel pretty good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home floor.
Yeah, and just riding it out here now. I mean, they gave the fans what they wanted.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
Well, that'll do it. For Dorisburg, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so.
Hey, Coach, hey, man, what's up? Yo, glad you can make it. No.
You've gone farther than any kid I've ever coached. Of course I'm going to make it.
Everything good?
Yeah, listen. We'd love to have you come by and visit the kids sometime.
Hey, no problem. I'm going to do that, okay? We'll do. But I got to run right now. I'll talk to you later. I'll see you soon.
All right, sounds good.
It's the Eastern Conference on display featuring the Detroit Pistons. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, introducing the rest of the 2K broadcast team. Steve Kerr. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Harris. And the great one subbed in for Peyton. And a switcher also for Detroit. Williams is checked in. On the floor for Detroit, Jennings and Meeks in the back. Sean Williams is out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. Brandon Jennings acquired in a sign and trade by the Pistons last season on a 3-year, $24 million contract.
And Jennings probably expecting more in terms of the deal. But look, maybe it was a wake-up call for him. You know, he has not been part of a winning team yet. And generally speaking, you know, stats alone don't get you max contracts. Stats and wins are what do that, and that's what's next for Jennings.
Here's the great one. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. The great one's got his first points of the night. It's Jennings with the drive. Here's Drummond. Rebound by the Magic. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop it.
Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that many uncontested baskets again anytime soon.
Williams sets a screen for Jennings. Dishes it to Prince. It's back to Jennings. Detroit, no good that time either.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Here's the great one. Again, the Magic score.
They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yeah, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Jennings kicks to Williams. Kicks it out to Jennings. Another shot. In deep. Drummond drops it in. Drummond's got his second basket.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside, into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration. They've done a lot of good work with the ball. Really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
Magic leading by 7. 1:05 left in the first quarter. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Let's take a moment to show you some young men that have really picked up steam here in the second half of the season. These are the leading rookie scorers since the All-Star break. Well, you look at the great one, second in the league, having an excellent season.
Well, just like the rest of the guys on that list, he's a rookie basically in name only. Now, I mean, in the second half of this season, he's been playing and scoring like a veteran.
It definitely has been a short learning curve for him, Steve, especially offensively.
Detroit, no good that time either. Here's Fry, averaging 9 points per contest. Here's the great one. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Butler, here we go. Outside Williams. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. For Detroit, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Andre Drummond, arguably the league's greatest combination of size and athleticism since Dwight Howard. Maybe a shade less of a leaper, but when you look at Drummond's quickness, absolutely incredible. He's 6'11", 270 pounds, and he really does move like a guard.
Here's Jackson. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. So he was very aggressive with his game, attacking the D and capitalizing on those free throws. That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. The Pistons have been all four of their chances so far in this one. The first one falls. The Magic making a switch here. Jackson hits both of them.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
Here's the great one. Just 3 on the clock. That's good on the jump shot. The great one's got 10 points in the game. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Magic lead by 6. All right, the second quarter beginning. Group on the floor for Orlando. Then for the Pistons, Jody Meeks. He's checked in for Butler. For Caldwell Pope, and it's Jennings in for Reggie Jackson. On the floor for Detroit, Monroe and Drummond there inside. Then there's Jennings. Then it's Jody Meeks. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Over these last 10 games on the Magic schedule, this is how they stack up right here. 5th in field goal percentage. 6th in fewest turnovers per game. And they kept the lid on opposing teams' overall offense as well. They're in the top 10 in opponent scoring.
Now, to me, this game comes down to one thing, and that's creating high percentage shots time and again. And, Clark, you talked about that field goal percentage. That's an impressive number. So this is obviously a very well-coached team. They play hard. They play together. And when they're shooting the ball well like they have been, they're tough to beat.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Hey guys, the great one in their last game against the Hawks had a huge game. He dropped in 32 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. His performance will be a high note in what has been a disappointing season for his team.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
I agree with you there. I mean, he obviously hit on something that brought out the best in him, and you can be sure he's going to take the exact same approach in this one.
Definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now he's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Ball stolen. Here's Oladipo. Finishes the break with a slam.
Oh, man, they are putting the hammer down right now.
Defensively and offensively. It has all been working for him today.
Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now here's Jennings. Last game we saw him score 14. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Will it go? Blocked. Good if it goes. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. So
all right, listen up. Terrific job so far. The fans are into this game, and we're going to...
And as we begin the second half, first half...
Substitution.
Channing Fries checked in for Gordon. Evan Fournier comes in for Tobias Harris. And Gordon subbed in for Oladipo. Then for the Pistons, Butler, he's checked in for Prince. Caldwell Pope comes in for Meeks. And it's Jackson in for Brandon Jennings. Fry and Vucevic are the power forward and center. Gordon out there with Payton, and it's Fournier in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. So the wing on the left for 3, Fry. The Magic again can't hit. The Great Ones checked in for Orlando. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Orlando's coach as he addressed his team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through the Great One. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. He also wants to see a patient offense. Work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thanks, Doris. Pass to Fournier. Inside to Vucevic, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
Jackson missing again.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Pistons, a proud franchise, of course, from 03 to 08, 6 consecutive trips to the Eastern Conference Finals. And Clark in 2004, the NBA title.
But the rebuild process has had its hiccups, Kevin, its speed bumps, if you will, some questionable free agent signings. There's talent there, but this team hasn't quite figured out how to come together.
And you look at the Pistons, some great size and athleticism inside, but they've lacked the high percentage outside shooting to space the floor offensively.
And, you know, for the Pistons last season, you look at the size and shot blocking ability, and you thought that team would be tougher defensively. But that wasn't really the case. I think it has to be attributed to mindset. Those young, big, athletic guys have to become much tougher mentally at the defensive end to be really successful. Drummond having a terrific game. 16 points and also a block shot. He's come out of halftime on a roll.
Well, something really sparked him during the intermission.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Orlando.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
He hits the second from the line. A lot of questions about what exactly is the best fit for Drummond on the floor. And Steve, I mean that both in what position he plays and who he pairs up with inside.
I think that's the key, Kevin. It's really who he's paired up with. You know, last year's Pistons team just didn't have enough floor spacing, and so the paint was clogged. But if you get Drummond with some shooting, particularly a stretch four, to really open up the court for him, man, that's scary.
Jackson drives in. Goes back up. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. Well, if the pressure's increased in the second half of the season, you would know it from looking at these numbers these wingmen have put up from the free throw line since All-Star. Second is Caron Butler.
Well, there are some smooth strokes among that group, guys. What else can you say?
As a coach, you want your small forwards to be aggressive in getting to the basket. I mean, that's a must. And with these players, whether they draw the foul or get a layup out of it, it's a win-win.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Pistons trail by 19. Outside Jackson.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
Fournier's shot is off. Detroit's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Outside Jackson. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Well, he had a lot of success at the free throw line in their last game.
He really did.
Great job shutting him down.
His numbers are still down just a skosh.
For the Magic, Vucevic comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. And Gordon subbed in for Tobias Harris. Detroit also making some changes. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Butler. Jody Meeks comes in, and it's Jennings in for Jackson. On the floor for Detroit, Monroe and Drummond there inside. Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. Shot clock at 3. Jennings drives in. High, arcing shot. That's good. Jennings has got 4 points now in the quarter. Tobias Harris is checked in for the Magic. The great one comes in for Peyton. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Magic leading by 16, and it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Here's the great one, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Well, I tell you what, it was the good pick that was set that turned him loose.
And once he got around it, Steve, it was smooth sailing right to the hole.
Well, because of the pick, he had plenty of room. That's why he was able to power down that slam.
Jennings with the bucket.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Here's the great one, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It goes on Brandon Jennings. Some on-the-fly coaching right there from their leader.
Yeah, he knows, not just what his own job is, but what his teammates' jobs are as well. That's why he's such a good leader for this club.
And that's another reason that he's so assertive out there. He does know what's necessary, and he's not afraid to take charge and to let his feelings be known, to challenge his teammates to get on task and on target.
And if they continue to shoot well from the free throw line like they are, I mean, their lead is going to be pretty steady here.
That's not an overstatement. They've literally not missed a single foul shot this half.
Drummond sets the screen for Jennings. Prince kicks to Jennings. Pulls it from the elbow. And there's another one for the Pistons. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's the great one. He's guarded by Jennings. Now the pass to the great one. Pulls up, high post, and that one's good. The great one's got 10 points here in the second half.
His shooting's been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons his team is up in this game.
Outside Jennings. It's Prince on the wing. And Meeks kicks to Jennings. Shot clock at 6. Here's the 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Gordon's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Very little success for him behind the arc today. Just 1 3-pointer in the first half and still none in the second. Well, he's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
Outside Jennings. Drummond sets the screen for Jennings. And Drummond kicks to Meeks. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Jennings passes to Prince. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. 1:52 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's the great one. He's guarded by Jennings. No good from the great one. Pistons trailed by 16. Jennings with the ball. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2.
Brandon Jennings, you remember, decided to play a year in Italy right out of high school rather than to go to college. He was the first guy to do that once the NBA implemented that 1 year out of high school requirement for the draft.
And for Brandon Jennings, he didn't play a whole...
Good work. Good work.
Oh, yeah, man.
Kevin, you know, you go back to when he was drafted, he was the 10th pick by the Bucks back in 08.
And the Magic making a change here. Still going with an almost entirely new group here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Vucevic. Fry comes in for Gordon. Fournier's checked in for Harris. And the great one subbed in for Victor Oladipo. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Caron Butler's checked in for Andre Drummond. Caldwell Pope comes in for Tayshaun Prince. Dinwiddie's checked in for Meeks. And it's Jackson in for Brandon Jennings. Outside Butler from downtown, and the shot is good.
This run probably just a case of too little too late.
But at least they're still going after it and playing hard. It would have been very easy to throw in the towel a while ago.
Payton drives in. The first one falls. Brendan Haywood is checked in for the Pistons. Sean Williams checks in for Reggie Jackson. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 24 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Williams, that's for two. They get it back. Haywood, the layup missed. Here's the great one. Good.
They're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
Here's Dinwiddie. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Orlando.
You in the dark shirt.
What's been the key to the team's success during the streak?
I'm the key in the car. Just start me up and everybody rolling, baby. Straight to the top, dog.
Let's keep it moving, people. Next question.
When did you know it was going to be one of those nights on the offensive end for you?
Well, after I got a few shots down early, I got into a rhythm, and then it just kind of snowballed from there. I guess the rest is history.
You, sir?
Well, it's no secret you're approaching free agency. Do you plan to give a hometown discount if they make an offer?
You know, I'm not really concerned with that, all right? I just want to finish the season off nice and strong and let my agent deal with the numbers.
You mean to tell me you're the only professional athlete who doesn't care about money?
That's not what I said. I said I let my agent deal with the numbers. All right, man, I give it to you straight then. I'm trying to make bank, y'all, for real. I talk to my agent every single day about marketing opportunities, shoe deals, public appearances, all types of ways to get paid in the off season. I'm going to keep it real. I'm about my dollars, all right? Does that answer your question?
Loud and clear. You believe this guy?
Hey, careful.
I'm being careful.
Yeah, you watch it.
Take a picture.
I don't care if you're in grade school or the NBA. This game is all about solid fundamentals. Let's get some extra work in here. Gotta get better every day. That's what I'm talking about. Good efforts yields great results every time. Way to work.
I've been rapping for about 17 years, okay? I don't write my stuff anymore. I just kick it from my head, you know what I'm saying? I can do that. No disrespect, but that's how I am.